What do you know about Act 77 and flexible pathways?
I don't know much about that at all.
Act 77 is not something I know anything about.
I know nothing about Act 77.
To tell you the truth, I don't know nothing about it.
Might have been a Club 77 somewhere, like in Manhattan.
We've been learning a lot about Act 77 flexible pathways.
This is how it is taking root at Hazen Union.
Okay, so we've been talking a lot about why this Act 77 is going to be important. And this is awesome. But what really gets important is how we're going to implement this into our school system.
I think this is fantastic and really good, but it's going to require...
At Hazen Union, many students are beginning to take ownership of their learning by working in partnerships with their teachers and practicing 21st century skills in real time, such as planning and leading meetings.
Opportunity to engage with a different crowd that I'm not used to.
Recently, some of us introduced Act 77 to our school board and community as a whole as part of our credit-bearing class to learn about the legislation and build our skills as collaborators, communicators, and facilitators.
And then all of the orange codes in a row.
In this kind of a row? A
like this?
row or a vertical row?
Yeah, no, a vertical row.
A vertical.
It doesn't really matter though. And that
Teaching about Act 77 has helped us learn about the legislation. A short time ago, we knew very little. Now, we can be agents of change in our school, our community, and beyond.
We're going to do another activity so that you learn about flexible pathways and then you can bring it back to all the students in your TSAs and hopefully everyone knows about it.
Yeah, it's partnerships with adults.
Act 77 is about making sure that all students have high-quality learning opportunities to shape their own learning experiences based on who they are and what they need in order to thrive.
What percentage of the voters is that?
Students will continue to be able to build their knowledge and skills in the classroom here at Hazen. Student-teacher relationships continue to play a vital role.
In Hardwick, in Greensboro, and Woodbury.
There are as many pathways as there are students.
Act 77 Flexible Pathways includes a personal learning plan for each student in grades 7 to 12, the expansion of dual enrollment and early college programs, access to virtual and online courses, access to community and work-based learning, and access to career and technical programs. Let's look at how some students are paving their paths to graduation.
You're changing this to an X, so keep it an X.
Today, Shania is participating in a community-based learning experience at Hardwick Elementary School.
She went home to father penguins.
So I have to be able to work with younger kids to learn how to handle younger kids. I took a medical terminology course from CCV because I want to work in the medical field. So I'm going to need to know the medical terms. And then working here helps me because I want to be working in the medical field with children. I can put together with what I learned from working with all these kids.
It was hot, but...
Garrett, a student at Green Mountain Tech, is at his co-op job site, McMahon Chevrolet in Morrisville.
The traditional style of learning, I've always been pretty good at it, but it just wasn't my cup of tea. I like hands-on work more.
For Garrett and many other students, the pathway to graduation means getting some hands-on practice in real-life work settings.
I can do paperwork and stuff. It's just, it comes to me easier when I see it and see what's actually happening and how it works. I'm doing this, and then 2 days a week, I go to an English class and a social literacy class, and that's the only credit I need to graduate. I plan on going to college for the GM ASEP program, and that's a college at Lakes Region Community College. It's a special program set up by General Motors to train young people to be master techs at a younger age.
When we talk about the personalized learning plan, incorporating online courses is part of that plan. We already have a working partnership with the Vermont Online Learning Cooperative, and we also have a number of different universities within the state that students are taking online courses with.
For many young people, technology is an important step on their pathway to graduation. Thanks to Act 77, all students will have greater access to online learning, such as virtual and blended courses.
There are 4 options for the question, and the one that fits it is ver la televisión, which means watching the television. So I'm going to click that one. The advantages are that you can manage your time the way that you need to, and you can go at the pace that you feel comfortable going at rather than what everyone else is doing.
But that's economic competition theory.
It is, and
we feel that we're threatened
that's
by
exactly
them
right.
taking our jobs, and we don't feel the security.
But I'm saying America's built upon.
I'm a part of the Early College Act, which is under the dual enrollment. So I am a full-time student at Johnson. I take 15 credits a semester, and I don't have to go to Hazen for anything. I did opt to do yearbook, so I do get to go and have a little piece of the senior experience, but for the most part, I'm here 3 to 4 days a week.
Never assert anything that you can't prove. Now,
My dual enrollment experience has been great so far. All my professors have been awesome. I will be graduating with my high school class in June of 2015, and I will have a full year under my belt, and will go into next semester as a sophomore.
Oh yeah, that smells good.
3, 2, 1, go.
You hit the brakes.
4.35.
Pre-Tech prepares you to be successful in any career that you choose, like automotive, multimedia, health and human. Pre-Tech prepares you for the work field. You learn a lot about employability and how to be successful.
You study all different kinds of things. You have your basic academics, like math, science, social studies, and English. And then towards the end of the day, we'll do tech, which is more hands-on. We're either doing woodwork in the shop or Legos, like Lego robots.
If you look at like Hazen, I think we're already doing a lot of what Act 77 is asking. We have multiple pathways for kids here right now. And so I think that we're ahead of the curve in that way, because a lot of kids are going out. They're out on job shadows. They're working through our Pathways program. They're doing early college. I mean, these things are already happening. And what we're trying to do is just take it from the small number of kids that are currently taking that path to expand it so we can have, all the kids realize that this is an option.
So, as we now know, Act 77 is not a club in Manhattan.
It's actually a way for us to be prepared for our future, graduation, and bring our learning to new places.
Act 77, spread the word.